An unimaginable film. One that lives with you. It is no big surprise that the film has such a high evaluating. It is straightforwardly stunning. What could I at any point say that hasn't been said previously? Not much. It's the story, the acting, the reason, yet in particular, this film is about how it affects you. Here and there you watch a film, and can't recollect it days after the fact. This film loves with you. Whenever you've seen it, you remember. A definitive story of companionship, of trust, and of life, and defeating difficulty. I comprehend the reason why so many class this as the best film ever. It isn't mine, yet I get it. On the off chance that you haven't seen it, or haven't seen it for quite a while, you want to watch it, it's astounding. 10/10. This is the means by which motion pictures ought to be made. This film isn't your common Hollywood flick. It has an extraordinary and profound message. This film has an establishment and just continued to be based on from there, and that establishment is trust. Other than the message of this film, the acting was remarkable. Tim Robbins gave one of the best exhibitions of all time. He was moving, canny and most sure. His presentation just made me grin. Robbins plays Andy Dufresne, who was unjustly indicted for killing his better half and his sweetheart. He gets 2 life sentences however, yet never surrenders trust. In he becomes companions with Ellis Boyd Red Redding, played by Morgan Freeman. Freeman, who gives the best presentation of his profession, has not at all like Robbins lost trust. He is in profound lament of the wrongdoing that he carried out. His approach to redirecting the aggravation away, is by attempting to not feel anything, by any means. With his companionship with Andy, he discovers that without our deepest desires we don't have anything. Andy additionally becomes companions with the remainder of Red's gathering. James Whitmore likewise gave an extraordinary presentation as Streams Halton, who escapes jail parole. However, in the expressions of Red he has been regulated. The coordinating by Frank Darabont was simply sublime. He kept this film at an incredible consistent speed alongside the composition and extraordinary cinematography. He depicted jail life in such a sickening manner, yet not with regards to the actual aggravation but rather the pressure and agony that products intellectually on the detainees, some of which merit another opportunity. Anything you do, don't stand by listening to individuals who say this film is misrepresented in light of the fact that this is one of the most motivating and most prominent films of all time. It has all that you might actually care about. The Shawshank Redemption. Perhaps of the best films made lately. It's a powerful tale about trust. Trust gets me. That is the very thing that makes a film like this in excess of a film. It educates an illustration regarding life. Those are the movies individuals discuss 50 years or even a longer time after you. It's likewise a story for the opportunity. Independence from detachment, from the rule, from fanaticism and disdain. Freeman and Robbins are glorious in their exhibitions. Each gains from the other. Their relationship is solid and you feel that as soon as they connect with each other. There is likewise a magnificent execution from legend James Whitmore as Streams. He sparkles when it is his opportunity to return to the world, just to find that the world grew up so quickly he never at any point had an opportunity to shine. Stephen Ruler's story is carried to the screen with extraordinary polish and fervor. A phenomenal movement of individuals will be discussed in 50 or even 100 years. Never surrender trust. The Shawshank Redemption ought to have won Best Picture for 1994. An account of investor Andy Dufresne, Tim Robbins, getting dishonestly indicted for homicide and shipped off to the horrendous Shawshank jail. This film is far past astounding. In jail, Andy meets Ellis Boyd Red Redding, Morgan Freeman, who was detained numerous years sooner. Red gets Andy a wall poster of movie actress Rita Hayworth. Over the course of the following 20 years, Andy encounters every one of the revulsions that one would anticipate in prison: beatings by the watchman, assaults by different detainees, etc. In any case, he never surrenders his trust. These films, such as Carrie, The Shining, Dolores Claiborne, The Green Mile and Hearts in Atlantis, simply demonstrate what an extraordinary creator Stephen King is. At the point when we consider loathsomeness, we consider creepy ghastliness, yet The Shawshank Redemption is of an alternate kind, Individual frightfulness. Unadulterated virtuoso. I might dare to dream that before long, this film is perceived as what it is, a magnum opus. I can hardly imagine how it won no Oscars.